All right. We're making progress. Found a couple of things out. We're going to go through this spiritual attack together. It's not the first time I've been under spiritual attack, but it is the second time I've had to clean my house out. The first time back in 2015 when I cleaned my own house out, I parted from everything. I did it on my own. This time, through the years of trying to get right with Yeshua and preaching about him, demons have attacked me and stuck on. So I think it was necessary for Heavenly Abba to literally walk me through the house, through every closet, through every room. He had me go back and forth through a few times. That's okay. I did change my water filter. I cleaned out Sava's cat litter box. I took a shower. And while I was there, I repented to Yeshua. I renounce, reject the kingdom of darkness in all forms. I rededicated myself to him. I did a water baptism. And then I asked the Spirit to fill and overflow me for a Holy Spirit baptism. So water baptism and Holy Spirit baptism. So now that I took a shower after a week, it's really nice to get all that demon sputs off of me. Those demons were jumping on me. They're dirty. Hey Candace, how you doing? I forget how you and I used to talk before. But anyway, it's going to take me a little bit. And I'm not trying to be rude, sweetheart. I'm not trying to be rude to you. I'm making my way through the spiritual attack, and that's it. First things first. I don't mean to be rude to you. Okay, I'm getting better, Greta. Yeah, I got a shower, and after a week, I rededicated. I got all that demon sputs off of me from yesterday, from kicking their ass. Why? Now I'm like even more confused than I started out with. How about this? I'm going to stick with Greta's advice because she won't steer me wrong. I'm going to stick with her advice. No offense to you, Candace, but too many things are being thrown at me, and I've already asked people for help because I'm scared to death. And I can't take back who I asked help from. And I'm not prepared to take back asking for help from anybody at this point because my plate just got too filled with demons. So this is what I'm thinking. Before we go through to bless this house, are we talking about the same person? Wait, you're saying global witness. I didn't talk to a global witness. And the global witness I spoke to, that's not global's name. And it's not a he. But I don't want to say any more than that. Candace, I'm not talking to that person. I'm not talking to that person. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, Candace, we're on the same page. I'm not talking to him. I'm talking to a her. So I think we're good, Candace. I think we're good. All right, so I think what needs to happen. But thank you for your concern. But that's not who I spoke to. Really, it isn't. But I think because it was such a bad, terrible attack, I'm thinking Abba told me to get rid of the cat litter because he was trying to, show me something. I think I'm sorry, Candace. I didn't mean to make you lose sleep. No, I ain't talking to him. I'm only talking to hers. But I think I need to clean up my house. Clean all this up. Because heaven doesn't look like a mess. So my house shouldn't look like a mess. And then once I make it clean again, then I'll go around and bless it. Because then it'll be in a proper condition to invite Yeshua in. I know he's already here. But I still want to do a good job. I want to get all this dirt out of here. And I think this mess is because I was going through a demonic attack. So I want to clean up this attack, get rid of the attack, and get rid of the evidence of the attack so that I can really, truly bless this house. I'm sorry to make you lose sleep, Candace. I'm sorry, honey. I feel real bad, sweetie. I didn't mean to make you stress about me. That's another reason why I've been running these videos, is because you'll see me pop up every few hours. And it'll get me through everything. But I went around by myself. I didn't do it on video. But between now and the last one, I went around by myself and I started talking to Abba about things. And there were a couple more objects. I was like, Abba, I don't think there's any demons on them, but could we just throw them out? Because maybe if they remind me of something, if these objects remind me of something, then there's always going to be something stuck in the back of my head. And that something could literally hold me back from you. So I went around and I tossed out objects that would make me think back to a past and possibly hold me back, or possibly be another opening for the demons to come in and attack me. Hey, Warrior V. Hey, Warrior V. I'm not going back to that street preaching crap. I don't want to learn that method. I want to rely on the Holy Spirit, and I think what he's been doing with me, after this, I don't need those courses. I'm already experienced. I already know what I'm doing. We already had my house, the foundation rattling because we were praying so fiercely. I don't need that course. That course is literally a waste of my time, and I ain't giving it. I told Jeffrey I ain't coming back, especially after how I saw him come in my chat room and treat the other survivors. He starts rebuking people. No, did he sit there and calmly say, listen, you might have a bad reaction and you might want to rebuke that bad action in front of Abba, but you don't come in my chat room rebuking survivors that are rallying around me while I'm going through a demonic attack. Meanwhile, Nelly, he's not doing any good. So there's nothing that I can learn from him. And I don't believe in his method. I don't believe in it at all. I gotta be honest. I don't. It's just like Douglas Riggs relying on memory retrieval techniques. Now you got some guy relying on a method to go do street preaching. It doesn't mix. You have to solely rely on the Holy Spirit. He either gifts you with it or he doesn't gift you. If he says no to you, then respect his will and stick with his answer no. Don't go against his will. Go around him to go find a method, because he didn't bless you with that gift, but you're going to go around him and take a method and then apply it because you want to street preach, but he didn't call you to. You know, that reminds me, that David Authors was right. David Authors said to me, Holly, people are gifted with that. If you just go on the street and start preaching, Holly, you could potentially hurt somebody. And you know what? Thank you, Warrior V. I couldn't figure out why you and me were there to begin with. I forgot what I was saying before that. We don't need a class. It's something the Holy Spirit guides us through. He tells us what to do. But I took David Author's advice because it meant a lot to me. He ordained me, so of course I'm going to listen to him. I don't want to go out on a street and start preaching when it's going to hurt somebody. Abba already led me to being online to preach about him, but my preaching is to tell you about my relationship with him, and how him and I work together, and how he teaches me, and how I come into his truth and then reject false doctrine and reject man's traditions and rebuke all that. Abba said he's going to help me quit smoking again and quit vaping again. He said it's going to take a little bit of time. We need to get you back to health. He even said that. You guys have been telling me that, but I haven't been listening to you. But today he said, Holly, because I almost passed out in the shower, he said, Holly, sit down. We got to get you back to health. Your friends are right. I know they're right. It's just easier said than done. Hang on one sec. I'm trying to find my chopstick. So I think we're getting towards the end of the spiritual attack. We're doing something right, Warrior V, I'll tell you that much. We're all over the target. They're shooting nuclear bombs up at us to try to take us down. V, they're not going to win. They're not going to win because we serve Heavenly Abba. I learned another thing. Hattie, get out of my chat room. Damn troll. If you ask Abba, hey, I want to tell this person about Jesus, but Abba doesn't answer you, or if you want to charge into a building, or you want to charge onto a property, a piece of property land, and Abba hasn't given you that tap on the shoulder to fight the regional demons that are controlling that territory, and you arrogantly and pridefully walk on that territory like Jeffrey Nell did. There's another famous guy, he's deceased now. He found the lost Ark of the Covenant. He too learned the hard way that if Abba doesn't tell you, hey, go do spiritual warfare, and you go do it anyway, those demons will jump on you and start slicing you apart and tearing at your spirit because you did something you weren't supposed to do. You did something that wasn't in Abba's will. It's as simple as that. You ask him, do I have your permission to pray over this person? Do I have your permission to pray over this park? Abba told me today I don't have permission to pray over the park itself because it's already claimed by demons. He already gave it to the demons. Abba said, stop praying for the park and the property. Just put yourself in a bubble and you and Keeper walk. I will protect you while you're walking through that park. But that property, that land has already been given my permission to a demon to have. I'm sending these people strong delusion, Holly, and when I'm doing something, you can't pray against my will to stop it. Ask me first and I'll guide you. So I learned the hard way. You can't be picking fights with regional demons because God already gave this property to them. Yes, only he can remove it. If I want to remove it, I have to ask him first. You know what I did? Is I tried to remove it and he didn't want me to. Today he said, you can't remove this. But when you have to go to the park and on that property, I'm going to walk with you and Keeper and Seva and keep you safe. But that ground will never be my ground, Holly. Only you and your fur babies will be mine. And I said, oh, okay. He goes, yes, stop praying over this land. It's not my will that you take claim back for me. I am giving this land and the people on this land the strong delusion. Sadly, you're stuck in the world, but you're made of me. You might be stuck, surrounded by darkness, but I'll be with you. So I learned the hard way not to pray for something when Abba doesn't give you permission. Yep, he tells me to stop praying all the time. He'll be like, stop. And I'll say, okay. Stop praying. He doesn't want me wasting my time praying for Hillary Clinton. He doesn't want me wasting my time praying for the White House and politicians. He told me, don't waste your time. I gave these politicians, I gave the White House over to the dark side. That was my will. Who are you, Holly, or any other plastic Christian to spend 3 hours in a private area praying that Hillary Clinton gets saved when she doesn't love me? I don't want her. I turned her over to the kingdom of darkness because that's what she's always pursued. They don't love me, so stop praying that they will when they won't. You're wasting your time. I didn't tell you to. I didn't tell you to pray for these politicians. May Abba have his wrath and vengeance on the White House and every politician that is not doing his will and is outside his love and not saved. In Yeshua's name, let your will be done to these people. I'm not wasting my time praying for a single one of them. And that's what I learned. You get a bunch of plastic Christians running around. Oh, Holly, you got to pray for George Bush Sr. You got to pray for Barry Obama. If you don't pray for these people, I'm not blessing a demon. You want to go with your plastic Christianity and go bless a demon, you go right ahead. I'm not following your plastic bullshit and dead Christianity. Some people are only meant to follow Yeshua. Yes, Warrior V. I run from those types. I used to think they knew it all and that I should listen to them. But Jeffrey Nell had no right to come onto the territory that Abba gave to me while I was already serving his will and try to change around what I was doing. Everything that my lady friends did and some of my male friends, everything that you guys did for me was right. Everything you did for me was right. Abba did let me keep these diamonds, but that's my wedding band. These were the only stones I was allowed to keep. That's all right, though. It feels nice to get the demon shit stuff off me. I don't know. It's 4:44. Look at this. That reminds me of when Yeshua was crucified. He was on the middle cross, the murderer on that one, and the thief on this one that repented to him. 444. It's been a rough, month. It's really been, I have to say, this past month has been really torture. I'm glad it's coming to an end. What are you guys doing tonight? I am probably going to just go lay in bed for a little while, and when I got a walk keeper tonight, I'll probably do another live stream. Hey, it's Rosalind. How are you? Oh, that sounds so good. I used to love my grandmother's meatloaf. I lost a few pounds. Yeah. I love you too, Rosalind. Yeah, you got to be careful of gifts. You really do. I threw some gifts out today, even if they were given to me by a Christian. There was only one gift that I saved, and I asked Abba if I could because it was a pretty book, and I think he said yes, you can. But I had to get rid of everything else. You never had a wrench before? Keep it. It looks good on you. Now you got somebody to throw at people. I'd give you 2 wrenches if I could. Cajun shrimp, sausage, onions, peppers. Wow, warrior. In a couple of days, I'll be back to cooking. Today and tomorrow is just going to be really tough for me. But I'll probably have my other yogurt smoothie. I'll try to have a couple bites of cottage cheese. I got some vitamin water as well as water in there, so don't worry, it's not wine. We got rid of my wine glass. I threw that out too. Even though I sat with you and had one glass of wine with you last night, I still threw out the glass because I was like, Abba, I don't need this. Soul ties with jewelry, right? Oh. You know, I did feel that, like with the tiger's teeth, that was a soul tie from somebody I met in Seaside like 27 years ago, and he gave me like all these tiger's teeth. Yeah, I had to get rid of all that. I don't really wear a jewelry anyway. I like to wear earrings because I got like my holes pierced and stuff. But I mean, I don't wear a necklace because I get caught on stuff, and really all I need is this, my ring to Yeshua. I didn't need all that clutter in there anyway. I'm glad he got rid of it. And now it definitely makes sense why. I sensed that I just didn't know how to form my words. Soul ties. We got rid of all those soul ties. Oh, also what I did. So I threw away some gifts that people gave me. I kept one gift that someone gave me. But I took books off my shelf and I threw them away. So, like, I cleaned out that one, I cleaned out over there, and I took a couple books out of there. I tossed them for good measure. Yeah, nothing's standing out at me anymore. I did a little bit extra. Abba said, do you feel like taking a shower? I said no. He goes, can you try? So, but I did everything else he said. But I did extra more because I took a shower, which I wasn't planning on doing today. Yeah, I gotta say, I walked through my house and past my closets. There's nothing. Joanne. Vicky. Oh, I'm glad. I hope you have a great night, Vicky. It's great to see you ladies again. But yeah, like I got down everything. Like, yeah, I can honestly say, but if there's something I'm overlooking, point it out. Except for the mess in the kitchen. Get up, stand up, do not let up. Now I know why Abba had me draw that and hang it up. No, I kept the suitcase. I asked Abba, can I keep the suitcase? I know I bought it when I was like in my 20s when I flew to Vegas and I flew to different places on vacation. He said I could keep the suitcase itself. I had to get rid of all the crystals in it. He said I could keep any like jewelry making tools and I can give them away to people that maybe arts and crafts. I don't know. But we got rid of all the bad stuff. That's okay, sweetheart. Don't worry about it. Sometimes that happens with messages. Yeah, I think we got it eradicated, guys. The last mess I have to clean up is this kitchen. And then I think I can go bless my house. You know, probably if I had marijuana and smoked it, then I would be able to eat. But I don't have any medicinal cannabis. So I got nothing. Sucks. We can get through it, Abba. But at least I'm not replacing it or doing wrong with anything. Like, yeah, I kept a suitcase. I might need the suitcase. Who knows? You know? The suitcase itself wasn't the problem. It was what was inside. I got everything. We got everything eradicated. We, Abba, you guys, and me. Him first. You guys helped. And then me, because I needed your guys' help. But all praise and glory and worship to Yud Vav Hey. And I thank him extra much for putting you guys in my life while I go through this rotten time. Thanks for helping me pull out of it. See you later, Rosalind. I'm going to get going too because I want to lay down for a little bit and just like appreciate the freedom and the atmosphere of this house. Once I get my dishes done, then I think we got all the demons out. Straighten up my kitchen table, get my paperwork again in one spot. And I think we kicked it all out, guys. After that, but I got to clean the kitchen. When I bless this house, after that, then I'll go through and really clean it. Hey, ECWNWWF. Of course I was. Now, after yesterday, ECWN, I kid you not, I was telling Bridge on the phone, I was like, now I can see myself in the spirit and I look all tethered and my legs are broken, I'm barely standing. I was like, but you know what? I feel like a warrior after what we just went through. Because that was when the demon was jumping on me, the other ones were hiding. I feel like a warrior. My back muscles, they just got a lot stronger to bear my cross. Thank you, Heavenly Abba. And thank you to guys, and to you guys too. Oh, I broke both legs. I didn't stop at one, ECWN. In the spirit, when Abba showed me myself being attacked by these demons, both legs were broken at the shins. And I was standing on stubs. But I was standing. Thank you so much, ECWN. Thanks for going through the mud with me. Thank you, all of you. A lot, man. I don't know how I'm going to show you guys my appreciation and gratitude, but if I can ever do something for any one of you, I will be there in Yeshua's name. I get a wish. You know what? I don't want any wishes. I just want Abba. I just want Abba. I want to seize Yud Hey Vav Hey. Behold the hand, behold the nail. I'm glad this is over. And the visions of me dying stopped. Also, the blood coming out when I go to the bathroom stopped. My lungs are open. My voice will come back. My health is repairing. I think I might need another 24 hours just to make sure this whole place is done right. I want to get it right for Abba, but thank you guys for helping me through it. Vicky. Lincoln! I'm sorry I didn't call you back yet, Lincoln. When I get off of here, I'm going to lay down. But I know tonight I'm going to have to walk my dog. And it's going to be dark out. Maybe I can have you on the phone when I do that so you and I can catch up for a little bit. I want to call Tina and a whole bunch of other people back that have shot me texts. But I think I still need a little more time. Much love to you, V. Borg. Much love to you and your family and fur babies too, if you got them. All of us made it through one hell of a spiritual attack, I'll tell you that. But I felt like a warrior yesterday. Because I was like, these demons tried to, like, literally kill me. And there I am, a quarter dead, or 3/4 dead. My life force stolen out of me, so to speak. And I still stood there and I stood strong. Now I know what it's like when, you know, when you're a warrior for him. I finally got that feeling, that warrior feeling. But yesterday was the first day in 7 years I felt like a true warrior. I mean, people have been calling me a warrior for Jesus Christ, but it wasn't until yesterday that I actually truly feel like that. Guys, I love you. My friends are the best part of me. You guys are my blessings, my extended family. I love you guys very much. Thank you for accepting me. Thanks for working with me when I'm a bitch and I lash out and I get confused who I'm talking to. And then I get paranoid and defensive. I love you guys. Thank you for everything you've done for me, and we'll talk soon.